So here we are at Tyle Mill. We're just about to leave our mooring.
We are.
Going to go to the water point first, aren't we?
Yeah, water point, El Sand, do the rubbish, hopefully avoid the dog-sized rats that are in the bin. If we see them, we'll film them. They are big.
Huge. We've got a swing bridge, a swing bridge, isn't it? Swing bridge and a lock to do first of all, so we've got to stop the traffic.
Yeah, we apologise for the wind. It's very blustery today, but this is the best day we could move on. Yesterday it was torrential rain and gale force winds. Tomorrow it's torrential rain and gale force winds, so today's the only day. So, hey ho. Let's
see how we go. Not too sure how far we're going to get to.
Yeah.
Potentially 4 miles, 5 locks, 5 swing bridges.
Potentially, but you know us.
But we'll see.
Yeah. Alright, we'll see you then.
Soon.
Bye.
So here we are at the services. To the dreaded bin. Apparently this hole round the back here is where the rats get in. Well, and maybe that one there. Phew! No rats today, Mr. Weir. So here we are at the services. Rubbish, Elsan, I think there's even toilets here. And water, and we're going to fill up with water now. Thankfully, no rats. Okay, so we did some washing on the way to the water point. We're just filling up with water now. And so, whilst we're waiting, I'm going to make some lunch so that we've got something to eat on our journey and we don't have to stop again. And these are the tomatoes we picked this morning. So they might have to go into our sandwiches.
Okay folks, here's the chilli plants that we're growing. We've got Scotch bonnet, as you can see, lovely examples there, and then we've got these big fat chilies here, so we should get a nice bumper crop of chilies this year. I'm not sure what variety these are. I think these are just common or garden mild chilies, but the Scotch bonnets, they will blow your socks off, and we've got loads of them coming.
Curry tonight.
Looks like we'll have to have a few curries. So here we are coming into land to our second swing bridge. This is the second road swing bridge, so we're stopping a lot of traffic today. I think we've got 4 to do throughout the course of the journey. That, folks, is what passes for the entrance to a lock. And I think you'll agree, it needs some maintenance. We scratched the boat down both sides from overhanging trees and thorn bushes. So we will report this to the CRT. I can't imagine that we'd be the only people to come through this lock and report it to the CRT, but we'll report it anyway so that they can add it to their overgrown vegetation maintenance checklist, or whatever it is they call it. But something needs to be done about this lock because it is hugely overgrown. Give you an idea of how violent this lock is. You can see it splashing against the side of the boat. It's because there's no ground paddles, there's only gate paddles, and there is a really big sill. The sill must be about 5 feet deep. So of course when the front of the boat goes into the lock, the well deck is level with the entrance to where the water comes in to the lock through the gate paddle. So you do run the risk of flooding your boat if you're not too careful. Luckily Julie's recognised this and has only opened the paddles fractionally each time as the lock fills. So as we're going up in the lock, she's opening them a little bit more each time. But it's a violent lock, and to be honest with you, if you didn't know any better and you open those paddles fully, you'd sink your boat, which is quite scary really.
This is Padworth Swing Bridge. So third time today of stopping the traffic.
Okay, that's the third road swing bridge done in a row. I think there's one more, possibly two more. Seems to be really, really heavy with road swing bridges this end of the Kennet and Avon Canal. Julie's going to walk this section, so I'm going to take the boat on my own through what looks to be quite overgrown and reedy. And I'll catch up with her when we get to the next swing bridge, probably. This is lock number 96, and up ahead is Aldermaston Wharf, another road bridge, as we said earlier. I think there are 4 or 5 road bridges on this stretch, and also between us and the next road bridge is ABC Leisure boat hire. Luckily, from what I can see in the channel, all of the boats are out, or most of them, because normally they moor about 3 or 4 abreast, so it can be quite a challenge for a wide beam to get through. So we're probably going to get as far as Woolhampton today, maybe not go through Woolhampton Lock. That's a challenge, we'll show you that one. Well, you can see from one of our old videos as we came down the K&A onto the Thames last year, if you look that one up. I think it's called the Lock from Hell. We survived the Lock from Hell. That one is a pretty fierce lock because there's a tributary, a river that comes out, and we've had, I think, 2 or 3 days of constant rainfall, so that means it should be fairly violent. So we might leave that one for another day until it subsides a bit. But yeah, making good progress. We'll probably pull over somewhere, hopefully, and have a tuna sandwich. Oh, by the way, what do you think of the new bins? And if you're American, that's a slang term for glasses. What do you think? I think all the leisure boats must be out.
Yeah.
Well, these need oiling. Arrive at the road bridge at Aldermaston, you'll see just how busy that road is. I do put quite a lot of footage of the cars in, just purely just to show how much traffic you actually have to stop to get that bridge lifted and through into the lock. It'd be interesting for you to, in the comments below, see how many cars you can count. Some of the sequences are sped up, just to, otherwise you'd just be sat watching traffic, which nobody really wants to do unless they're on their morning commute. So see how many cars you can count going over that bridge before it finally lifts.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, I just had to say, I can't wait for any more cars. I'm just going to have to turn the key and lift the bridge.
Yeah, and it's a bit like a Mexican standoff, you know, you get the driver approaching the bridge. Is the barrier going to go down? So they race through, which means you have to wait to put the barrier down, and it just goes on. I mean, the amount of cars that crossed that bridge while we were waiting. Okay, so we're now in Aldermaston Lock. This is a huge lock, and it's also got I don't know what you describe them as, but it's sort of curved edges. Not quite sure why they've done them that way. Down there, I'll just show you this. That's the lift bridge that we've just come through, where we stopped the traffic, and obviously the canal beyond. Up ahead is Aldermaston, and then Woolhampton. So with a bit of luck, we'll find a mooring at Woolhampton before the raging torrent that is the lock from hell.
To do is to moor this side of Woolhampton Lock. The lock's not great with the river running at the moment, so it's quite fast flowing, so if we can we'll try and moor up on this side of the lock just after this next bridge and do the actual lock and the river section another day, but I've got a feeling we might be going through it today. Let's wait and see. So if anyone remembers, we left our mooring pin at Windsor. Mark was absolutely devastated.
Distraught. It was like somebody had torn a limb from me.
One of our subscribers, Gary, went across with tools and pulled out the mooring pin.
He did. I don't know how he did it. It was a bit like the sword and the stone. It was hammered into, I think, a tree root. And the tree root had closed around the pin, and it was testament to the fact that we went back to the same mooring spot twice and the pin was still there. Nobody had taken it, and it was a heavy duty long pin, quite expensive. So, and
it was in not the best condition.
It lost
when we left it there.
Its D loop that was on the side of it where you thread the rope through. So
to our surprise, Gary actually made a new D ring. Well, actually an M ring, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's put two loops on there. And he contacted us and said, I'd really like to give you this back because I know how devastated you were in losing it. So we took a trip, didn't we, to Windsor.
We did.
And we met up with Gary and Vicky, and you got your mooring pin back.
I did. They're a lovely couple. They moor their boat in Windsor, right by the castle, and so we went along there and found a great car park that was like £2 for the day. It was unbelievable, really. Yeah. The only bargain we found in Windsor. And we went and had lunch with them and their lovely friends, and we got our mooring pin back. And he even spray painted it chrome to make it look nice as well. So thank you, Gary and Vicky.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's things like that that makes you realise how wonderful you subscribers really are.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
Once we'd moored at Tyle Mill, we walked back to get the car from the Cunning Man, which is where we'd left it, and we saw Mark on his narrowboat. He was a subscriber. He popped his head out and said hello. So hello to you, Mark. Unfortunately, we didn't get the name of the narrowboat. But yeah, it was nice to meet you and have a chat. In one of the comments from our previous videos, we were asked by a Joe Acarnley, I hope I'm pronouncing your surname correctly, if we would say hello to you in a future vlog. So hello,
Hi. Joe. So we had a lovely mooring at Tyle Mill, didn't we?
We did. It was absolutely fantastic.
Lots of barbecues.
Yeah, lots of barbecues. We said hello to Annie and Ken and Steve and Tina in the previous vlog. So we barbecued with them, socially distanced, of course.
Yep, and then we made our way towards the dreaded Woolhampton Lock.
Didn't go through the lock. That's coming up in the next vlog, and it doesn't go according to plan.
That is really one to watch out for, so don't miss next week's vlog. Thank you for watching.
And if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps the channel out massively. We're close to 7,500 subscribers now. We'd love to get past the 8,000 mark.
Yeah. Don't forget to click the bell icon, and YouTube will give you notification of when we next release a video. And don't forget, subscribing is free.
Absolutely free.
Yeah.
Yes, completely. And if you have any comments, especially how many cars you can see going across that bridge, and also I'd be really interested to find out what type of chilies I'm growing. I'm not sure what variety these are. I think these are just common or garden mild chilies. I know that I'm growing Scotch bonnets, but I don't know what the other variety is.
No.
So if you're out there and you're a chili aficionado, let us know what type of chili it is that we're growing.
And we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.